She said, take your time, what's the rush? I said, baby, I'm a dog, I'm a mutt. She said, take your time, what's the rush? I said, baby, I'm a dog, I'm a mutt. I'm a dog, I'm a mutt. I get smoked already so hard in my blunt is. I see guys' pretty faces, so I got trouble trusting. But I let my guard down for you. Said I'll put my guard down for you. Said I'll be vulnerable, so you can break my heart if you want to. She said, take your time, what's the rush? I said, baby, I'm a dog, I'm a mutt. She said, take your time, what's the rush? I said, baby, I'm a dog, I'm a mutt. I'm a dog, I'm a mutt. No crib, told her come through, it's time to break it in. 32 like my pants size, cause the niggas try breaking it. No condo, say your name at the front. You can stay if you want. It's been one of those nights I ain't had in a minute. It's been a minute, had the poppers from the recreate the feeling. But it's never the same as the first time we did it. First time we did it, but I let my guard down for you. Said I'll put my guard down for you. Said I'll be vulnerable, so you can break my heart if you want to. She said, take your time, what's the rush? Take your time, what's the rush? I said, baby, I'm a dog, I'm a mutt. She said, take your time, what's the rush? I said, baby, I'm a dog, I'm a mutt. I'm a dog, I'm a mutt.
Pull up to the pregame, pull up to the pregame, pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up, hey, pull up to the pregame, pull up to the pregame, pull up, pull up, pull up, hey, catch a vibe.
Yo, mic check 1 2 1 2. Welcome back to another episode of the Pregame Podcast. We lit, we live, and while y'all at it, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. It's Thursday. Back, man. I appreciate everybody pulling up to the pregame. Yo, I was excited to come back this Thursday. We got a ton to talk about, but as always, man, I appreciate every single one of y'all pulling up consistently every Thursday to come rock with your boy. That means more than what you know. So quick little housekeeping real quick before we get into what we normally get into. Shad is on his way. He had a few errands to run, so he's going to be a little bit late. As you all know, if you are a Panthers fan, you should know we're playing Monday night. We'll get into a little bit of that later on. However, with the new schedule, playing on Monday night, and the media having to do different things, Vashti could not be with us tonight, but she definitely sends her love and told everyone just like, hey, I love everyone. I won't be able to make it tonight, but it's all good. We still rooting for everything Quick Blitz, everything Carolina Blitz. So shout out to Vashti on that portion. So for those who are not new, welcome back. For those who are new, welcome to the Pregame Podcast. It's your fusion of sports and pop culture, where we talk about a little bit of everything. And one thing we always going to do is keep it 100. Always. One thing I always like to start off with, just to kind of engage, I'm going to do a little roll call with the chat as people are coming in. If you are not new here, you know what I'm about to say, so go ahead and drop your thing in here. But if you're new here, basically what I love to do to start off every show is to ask what the audience, what the chat is pulling up with. If you ever been to a pregame, you know that you never come to a pregame empty-handed. You always got to bring something to the party. You feel me? Here at the pregame, we don't mean you have to bring anything tangible. You know what I'm saying? If you got your drink, if you got some water, whatever you brought, that's cool too. But what I want to know is like the vibe and the energy you pulling up with, right? So when I ask you what you pulling up with, That's all I'm asking. It's like, what you pulling up? What kind of vibe you pulling up with today? For me, I'm pulling up with. I got a little smoke today, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. I got a little smoke today. But I'm not pulling up with smoke. I got smoke in the pocket in the trunk. You feel me? I got it in the trunk. But I'm pulling up with good vibes, man. I'm pulling up with good vibes. I'm excited for this upcoming week with Thanksgiving, which leads me into our starting lineup tonight, right? Starting lineup tonight. If you're new here, one thing we do here at starting lineup, we always do like a top 5 of something. So we're gonna have a starting lineup tonight. I'm gonna wait till Shad gets here before we do our starting lineup. But the starting lineup tonight is your top 5 Thanksgiving rules. Top 5 Thanksgiving rules, right? Rules to how you like Thanksgiving to go. That's all I'm saying. Rules to how you like Thanksgiving to go. As people are coming in, make sure you like the video. That's an easy way to make sure that other people join in on the fun, and it helps out with the algorithm. It's a free way to support the Pregame podcast. And while you're at it, just go ahead and hit that subscribe button. So let's go ahead and hit a roll call real quick. You know what I'm saying? In another time, what I like to do with the roll call, I would love to play music, you know what I'm saying? But I got to find some non-copyrighted music to do the roll call, kind of how they do on Twitch or whatever. But let's go ahead and get into it. Liv, shout out to you. Liv Pie, what up? Yo, listen to my pops, man. Like, comment, and subscribe. He said it, man. He said it best. Shout out to pops. Shout out to my brother Smoke, bro. I'm pulling up with some, bro. I got a little smoke for some people. We gonna talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Respectfully. So a little smoke. We will get into it. Tyree, what's good with you, my boy? Hope you had a great week, man. Thank you for pulling up. And I know you part of the Pregame gang, man. So I appreciate you. Say gang. Appreciate you pulling up. Shannon, my mom, she said she feeling festive. That's what's up. I appreciate all y'all pulling up. So what we're gonna do is I'll walk you through like a quick little agenda of what we're gonna talk about tonight. This one may be a little longer than an hour like we normally do because we got a lot to talk about. I'm gonna try to keep it to an hour like I normally do, but I've had so many people reach out in the comments of like old videos of like, yo, Carlo, you should definitely go longer than an hour. But people got things to do. People got places to be. People are very busy, like this person right here. You know what I'm saying? Like this person about to pull up right here. He's just a busy guy. He's just a busy man. It's Shad in the building, everybody.
It be like that, brother. But we here.
We here. How you doing, bro? First off, can we get into the fresh retwist though?
Oh yeah, it be like that. Sometimes you gotta pop out and show them. I still got it.
Don't get me hyped, bro. I got my appointment tomorrow.
Hey, I gotta keep them fresh, keep them tight, bro.
Bro, look, you know it's good when you got the hair, the retwist appointment, and then a few hours later the haircut appointment after.
The lineup, yeah,
come on,
the lineup, bro. I try to keep the lineup weekly. You know what I mean? Try to keep the weekly lineup. I've been wearing it a little bit longer than I normally do, so like I got to get it trimmed up. But yeah, shout out to my barber. She nice, yo. She
nice with it. Okay, that's what's up, man. Shad, what you pulling up with today, man?
Hey, look, but man, I'm just happy to be here, brother. Just happy to be here, man. Just busy. Listen, wouldn't have it any other way, but we here, man. We here.
Nah, that's real. That's real. I same thing. I said I pulling up with I got a little smoke today. I'm pulling up with smoke in the trunk a little bit. For somebody. We're gonna talk about it a little bit later on. But you already know how we're gonna start off, Shad. We're gonna start off with some pregame reacts. So we're gonna get into some reactions. It's the only part that you don't know about. And then we're gonna get into the top 5, the starting lineup. So the top 5 Thanksgiving rules. Thanksgiving is next week. We probably won't have a pod on. Well, we definitely won't have a pod on Thursday. If anything, facts. I may do a pod every night, like just for fun, if I feel like it. Shad, you doing something on Monday for the game?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna live stream Monday night.
So
that's
make
the
sure
plan
y'all
for right now.
Yeah, make sure y'all pull up on PNP. If y'all don't know about the live reactions, PNP, you gonna see the real Shad because it's gonna be his first emotion to come out.
Sometimes it gets a little crazy. I feel like I've been holding it together on the because listen, I don't be having no expectations. I think I've been holding it together pretty well on the live.
No,
stream.
you start off. It's not no expectations. It's low expectations. I had to call you out on that the Green Bay game. You'd be low expectations. You know what I'm saying? Look, you start low and then they can't disappoint you. But
fair enough.
We're gonna get into, so make sure y'all pull up on Monday. But Shad, do you like to watch crime shows?
I do. That's all I watch is crime shows. But I'm like a connoisseur.
Okay. All right. So I'm not a huge crime junkie, but my wife watches it. And so now I've become like a pseudo crime junkie because I'm like, oh, why you put that on? And then I'm like curious to know what's going on. So I saw this clip that went viral of this person trying to get away from the cops, man. I want to hear your thoughts on this from a crime expert. Let's see like scale to 1 to 10. How did this guy do? So walk me through what did he? We've seen a lot of different things in terms of people trying to get away from the police. In these real tough moments. Now, granted, his adrenaline probably was rushing. He saw them coming, and if you ever rode a dirt bike before, if you turn that wrist a little bit, that dirt bike has a mind of his own, bro. What are your thoughts seeing that?
First of all, he had the perfect getaway vehicle. Like, if you're gonna get away on anything, it's got to be a motorcycle or some sort of dirt bike or a bike or something motorized that has 2 wheels. You out of there. They're not gonna be able to catch you. You could slide in between cars and it'll be a wrap. So let's start there. He had the perfect getaway car,
right?
Or vehicle. Bro, what was he doing? Does he know how to drive it? I mean, what are we doing here? He had one opportunity there. You get up. That was it. You was gone. You gone. You could have been gone right there. Okay, I messed that up. I'm back in it. I could still go. That's number 2. I could have still slid between the car. I'm still gone. Here, 3. I still could have right here. I still could have got out of there, but unfortunately,
it's over right there.
Yeah, it's over. It's a wrap.
Here's my piece on it too, bro. Like, cause one thing we do here, we review
run that back, Turbo.
Right here, when you fall right there, at that point right there, Shad, you got to make a decision. Let go and just go on foot. Man, you just did a whole Simone Biles somersault on the floor, bro. And the crazy part about it, you know how people fall when they got a beer or something like that, and they don't spill their beer, and they're like, yo, how they do that? This man kept the same form on the bike while he was rolling. I don't know how he did it. But bro, at that point in time, let it go. And then right here is when you know for sure. He pulled up on, he stopped you from going that way. You're done. This man had enough time to park the car, get out the car, and grab you. Over with. My biggest thing on that, bro, you just got to be a little more careful, bro. Like I've seen some crazy stuff, but you got to lead a bike, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you didn't watch Meek. What's that movie with Meek Mill? Dirt bike. Remember that the 4-wheeler? I can't think of the name of it.
I do remember that joint. Yeah.
Bro, you gotta know when. Look, you gotta know when to just go on foot and take your chances, bro. Take your chances, bro. All right, so one thing that's going viral this week in terms of what I saw on my algorithm, Shad, is it's a lot of old men out here just dancing. It's a lot of old men out here doing a little 2-step, bro. It's 2 different things that have happened recently that I want to walk through. One is in a bar, and the other one was at the Detroit game. I'm not sure if you saw that, but let's take a look at this old man here. Scale to 1 to 10, rate his dance moves. Because this man said, you know what? I know it's football season, but I'm going to do my own football play on a dance floor. Let's check this out.
Hey, low-key, he killing that, though.
Hey! But the funniest thing is at the end, bro. The DJ gonna change the music.
And low-key, he kind of hitting that single walk a little bit.
Hey, yo, you peep game. And then he said no. So here's the thing, bro. Here's the thing. Can we break this down, bro? First off,
he was eating. Talk about his rhythm though. Like he was on
bingo.
point.
Get out my head. Yeah. Bingo.
My bad.
No, you good. No, that was perfect. Keep going.
No, I'm just saying, like he was spot on. Like you could tell, like back in the day, yo, he was the man. Like he was killing. Like he was killing that joint.
He was killing it. And you know one thing about black people, they always gonna hype you up, bro. I don't matter what you got going on, bro. We gonna hype you up. We gonna hype you up, bro. So this man, I don't know if he like the fact that he just walked out immediately when the the DJ changed. And the thing is, like the DJ, bro, he low key hit that Sigma walk, bro. How you feel about that?
He did. I mean, I can't look. I'm old. I can't Sigma walk, but he got it. He got it.
He old. What are you talking about?
Yeah, he had he hit the modified. You know what I mean? When you old, you hit the modified Sigma walk. That's what he did. He got it, bro.
That man said, you know what? I'm going to make a play myself. I'm going to throw me the ball, and I'm going to dance all the way and catch the ball. And then he hit the lean with it, rock with it. This man, you know what I'm saying? You know what they say, man? He's invited to the cookout. He's been to a few cookouts. But the fact that the DJ was like, oh, you're dancing? Let me play on YMCA. He said, nah, I ain't with that. Put on that Yo Gotti again and let me get active. He just walked out, bro. He just absolutely walked out. Scale to 1 to 10, bro. What you doing?
I give him a solid 8. Man. He was killing that. He was killing that, John. Solid 8.
I'm gonna give him like a 6 or a 7. It was solid. You know what I mean? Like if he at that point you killed it so much that like you can't just walk off like that. You got to like wave and like take a bow or something like that.
Flowers.
He might have felt disrespected because the DJ was like, "Oh, you dancing? Let me play on something you may know."
Yeah.
YMC's like, "Nah, bro, I ain't with that. Play the trap. I was here for the trap. Now you the DJ trying to go with the crowd. No, bro. I don't know. The man was feeling whatever he was on. I don't know if I want any of that because he was feeling great.
Yeah, he was.
That man was feeling great. Last thing, man. This one right here hits a little home. You know what I'm saying? So I was born in Charlotte. I was raised in Charlotte. Excuse me. Born in Michigan. A majority of my family lives in Detroit, and so I saw this happen at the Detroit basketball game. It was the Inkster Funketeers, man. Check this out.
You wouldn't make love to me. You went fast asleep. You wouldn't even talk to me. You say I'm so crazy. Coming home intoxicated. I said I just wanna love you.
Bro, I know you got an uncle that wear that, don't you? You gotta have somebody in the family that wear that.
Them dudes used to kill it back in the day, though.
Bro, what?
Yeah, them dudes used to kill it back in the day.
Man, look, I've heard so many stories growing up about how my dad used to be out there doing a pop-in and everything at all the different high school talent shows and everything. So it was like funny to see this happen. See, look, boom, there go my dad right there talking about he went to high school with the Funketeers. Which is dope, man. So shout out to the Funketeers still like getting opportunities to come out and do their thing, man. But just hearing stories about them just took me back. You know what I'm saying? Like from what my dad used to tell me and what my dad used to do and all that. But it just when I saw that outfit, I'm like, everybody know one person in their family or somebody close to their family that still wears those outfits, and you see them all the time. They probably call you Youngblood. Is that an OG or is that Unk? From that time we ranked them.
That's the OG. That's definitely OG.
That might be.
I'm Unk status, bro. Don't put me in the category with them dudes, bro.
I'll just ask the question. I just asked the question.
Unks out here.
Nah, you Unk. I'm big bro. I'm big bro.
You approaching Unk status real quick.
I'm big bro, shot. I'm big bro. Okay. I'm big bro, dog.
That's what you want to tell yourself.
Hey, bro, I ain't been called Unk yet, but when the day I do, bro, it's gonna be like, all right. Time to retire the jersey, hang up the cleats. It's over with. Yeah. It's over with. All right, you got your starting lineup?
I mean, I'm not really that prepared, but I'll wing it. It.
We can do this too. You can judge mine if you want.
Okay, let's do that. Now I'll add mine. If I have something, I'll add to you.
All right, let's get into the starting lineup.
And now the starting lineup.
All right. So, starting lineup tonight, top 5 Thanksgiving rules, right? It doesn't matter if it's the rules when somebody comes into your house. It don't matter if it's the rules that you have for other people when you go to their house. It don't matter. It's just your top 5 rules that you think should people should abide by when it comes to Thanksgiving, bro. First off, I hope everybody will have a great Thanksgiving. I hope you are going somewhere and eating really great, and just remember all the things that you're thankful for. Now, here's my top 5. Number 5 is make sure when you're going to Thanksgiving, whether it's at your house or whether it's at somebody else's house, make sure you are aware of who cooked what.
Mm-hmm.
That's an important one. And I got it at 5, but it's an important one. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you're doing a little potluck situation, right? If you're cooking something, you know your auntie or cousin and them, you know what I'm saying, got cats and dogs, or you don't know, you never had their cooking before. You need to know who cooked what so you can determine whether you will eat it or what portion size you should put on your plate. Because you don't want to be disrespectful and like turn the plate over and all the food come out. You know how when it's not good and you trying to throw it away, you just got to be mindful of that. So,
but you only want to ask that question though if you brought something. If you didn't bring nothing, you can't be asking. You know what I mean? You can't be asking those types of questions. See, for me, I don't have that type of problem because basically I have the same people at Thanksgiving every single year.
Okay.
Unless somebody, come in and bring somebody new to the table, we don't do that. We don't just bring people because then I got questions. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you definitely, I know who's cooking what at all times. So I don't necessarily have that problem. But if you do, it's a great one to have.
Is it if you had your top 5, would Don't Come Empty Handed be one of yours?
Yes, it would be.
Okay,
it would
I respect that. You got to bring.
You have to bring something, bro. You have to bring whether it's some tea, some lemonade, some, because that's what my family members that don't cook. That's what they bring. You are assigned the tea and the lemonade and the rolls. You got to bring something. You got to bring something.
That's in my top 5. We'll get to that. Number 4 for me. I'm over this, and I know people probably gonna be like, "Forget you, Carlo," but this is how I feel. This is my top 5.
It's your top 5.
Leave the pictures off the gram. I don't care to see your plate. I don't care to see your portion size. I don't care to see that you're eating good in the neighborhood. Please leave your pictures off the gram, because at the end of the day, you're going to be upset when somebody comes into those comments and say that your turkey looked dry or the mac and cheese don't look like it's baked and it looked burnt. You're going to be upset, and then you're going to be not happy or thinking about what you're thankful for. You just want to smoke. You ready to fight on Thanksgiving, on a day you should be happy. Just go ahead and save yourself some time and save your haters some time, and don't put your pics on the gram. How you feel about that?
That's a great one, because sometimes folks be posting their stuff. I'm like, bro, you're eating that? Like,
Bruh.
what are you? Come on, yo, that looks terrible. Like, don't
do I see
do
raisins in your potato salad? What are you doing?
What looks good to you doesn't look appetizing to me. Like, I don't want to see that.
And it's okay.
Take it. Yeah, that's your Thanksgiving, but don't interrupt mine by messing up my timeline. You know what I mean? Like, come on,
right?
Like, chill out.
Like, I'm trying to think about things I'm thankful for. I'm not thankful for seeing this picture, bro. Like, please don't. Okay,
Facts.
I'm glad we're on the same page there.
That is a good one. That's a good.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. Number 3, bro. Number 3. Please don't go around the table saying what you're thankful for before you eat. Just do it during food, because, like, bro, we've been waiting, especially in the Black household, bro. Yeah. You say you're gonna start at 4. Food don't come out till 5 because you know it's never gonna start on time. So you already know people hungry. Some people don't even eat breakfast because they want to save their appetite for that big meal. You feel me? And so we finally about to sit down and eat. And then that one person, you know what I'm saying? Let's go around the table and say what we're thankful for. And it's always gonna be that 1 or 2 people that gotta say everything they're thankful for the whole 365 days since the last time they saw you at Thanksgiving. And bro, just can we talk about what we're thankful for or while we're eating? Yo, like, this is some good mac and cheese. I'm thankful for Like, let's just pray over the food and let's get into it, right? Let's get into it. Let's not go around the table. Or let's do that while it's being cooked, but not right when it's ready.
No, that's a good one. We don't necessarily do that in my household, so I don't have that problem. We all just thankful to be there. So what don't need to be said. You know what I mean? So we don't
Bingo.
necessarily do that. I don't have that problem. I don't have
Yeah,
that problem.
I like it. Number 2 for me is the one you said. If you're taking this is how I put it. If you're taking a to go plate, you better
Yeah.
not show up empty-handed.
Yeah, facts.
If you're gonna take something with you, you got to bring something too. You got to bring
you got to bring
something.
something.
And if
You
you
got to
know you
bring something.
can't cook, bring the plates, bring the
Some napkins
silverware,
or something.
bring the
Yeah,
napkin,
bring
bring
something.
something.
Something, bro.
Bring
Bring
some
that. Bring a
entertainment, bring
bottle.
some games or something.
Bring a bottle. Bring something. Like you got to bring something. Bring something to the table.
Bro, that's real. Mac and cheese has to be next to my yams. I agree with you on that one.
Facts.
It's got to be.
Facts.
They got to touch.
Facts. They got to touch.
They got to touch.
That's heaven.
They have to.
It's heaven right there.
Denzel Sports Take said, "Man, listen, my parents and I get to my aunt's house somewhat late, and still the first ones there waiting on everyone. Bruh, you know how we get down, bruh. We gonna be late.
Yeah.
We're going to be late. That's why you don't even got time to be walking around saying what you're thankful for. I'm thankful that you made it here, even though you're late. Now let's eat.
Facts.
Last one. Not to get too deep, but number 1 for me is soak in the moment with the people present.
Facts.
Life is short. Man. You know what I'm saying? Live in the moment. That's why he said don't post your pics on the gram. Just live in the moment. Enjoy the moment.
Yeah.
Stay off your phones. Enjoy football while it's on. Make memories, core memories. Have your kids playing with your cousins, all those different stuff. But really just soak in that moment because you just never know how life is going to go for the next year. So just really, really soak in that moment, man. That's my top 5.
That is number 1 ultimately, man. You with your family, put the phone down, touch grass, you know what I mean? Get outside.
Touch grass.
Touch grass, man. It's fun. You with your family, you got Christmas coming up and all that too, but like, lock in with it's tough times out here, bro. Like it's people out here, getting laid off and all this other stuff, man. It's a lot going on in the world right now. So
That's
definitely get with your family, and I second that. One thing I will say, and that's I think that's your pops put in there.
Yeah.
You gotta have the food ready before the game. Like
Facts.
You gotta have the food ready for the game. You got that. I see my family. We got the routine. Like it's what we don't gotta say nothing. We already know what's happening. The turkey gonna get dropped because we fried turkey. You gonna drop the turkey. It's gonna be ready. You gotta let it cool before we cut it up. But everything is gonna be ready.
Yeah.
By the time the game starts, like it's lit. Like we're gonna be ready.
Yeah.
I'm not about to sit up here and it's gonna be halftime. We ain't ate yet. That's not happening. I need to have my plate in my hand at the time of kickoff.
Come on.
I need to be eating at kickoff. So that's rule number 2 behind enjoy your family.
Yeah, that's real though. That's real. Do you go home? Do y'all go to the same place every time?
Yeah, we all go to the same place. We go to Fayetteville, go to the crib. My grandma comes, all my family comes in.
That's what's up.
It's the same thing every single year, bro. We don't deviate from the plan.
That's
and
what's
luckily,
up.
see, I was blessed because my wife's family doesn't do Thanksgiving like that. So I never had to do the rotate one off. Not. It's always been in my parents since we met. We've always done.
That's what's up, man. We always do it. We always do it different. We just moved, so we're gonna be hosting Thanksgiving this time. So it's gonna be different, man. But I'm cooking the meats, pause, if applicable.
If applicable, it's not. I would have let that one go.
I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? Look, I been plenty of things that I thought you would let go that you get me on. So I got look, when you hang out, especially if we at the game, like you gotta make sure you there. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you gotta be on high alert.
You gotta be on high alert. You know what I mean? You gotta be on high alert. But yeah, man. So it's gonna be fun, man. We'll see how everything goes. But I'm excited to have all the family in town.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get into some other content. Oh yeah, no, it's gonna be a good time, man. It's gonna be one of those times where you just really soak in that moment, man. Speaking of soaking in the moment, this has been a very interesting week for this gentleman right here. It's been a lot of turmoil, a lot of chatter around how he looked on Sunday after Dylan Gabriel got a concussion. I saw Daniel Jeremiah had a really good post about like, look, man, this guy has been getting practice squad reps. He has not played with the starters. But he expected to go in and he doesn't know the rhythm of how the receivers are going to run their routes. He doesn't even, the center doesn't even know his cadence. All in all, because of Dylan Gabriel being in the concussion protocol, Shedeur Sanders is going to have his first start of the season against the Las Vegas Raiders in front of his mentor, Tom Brady. Talk about perfect timing, man. What are your thoughts on Shedeur finally getting his opportunity? And just like this whole season of like him in the media and because of his name getting so much media attention, even though he hasn't been playing.
I mean, he got to seize the moment because everybody's been talking about him. Everybody's been wanting to see him play. Everybody's been wanting to see him out there and take advantage. He's gonna have to take advantage. Listen, I'm of this is my thought process behind Shedeur, right?
Yeah.
And I get that people want to see him. They're excited for him. Deion Sanders' son. I get it. But there's a reason why the brother hasn't played yet. And like sometimes these cats be knowing, like, yo, he might not be ready for prime time yet, so we're gonna protect him from himself. Now, there could be an opportunity where he's actually ready and he could go out there and shine.
Yeah.
Sure. But most of the time, a case in point, there's a guy named Hendon Hooker that was on our roster. And everybody wanted to see him play. Yeah, let's throw Hendon Hooker out there. Next week, he ain't even on our roster.
Yeah.
Bro, there's a reason why these guys don't play. He might not be ready. If he's ready, he balls out. Dope.
Yeah.
But, bro, don't expect him to do that because there's a reason why the brother hasn't played yet. And that's all I'm going to say. I don't know enough about him. I haven't watched him play.
Yeah.
He did well against us in the preseason. But we got to stop hyping up these guys just because you want to see him. And, like, yo, you think he's going to be. Bro, there's a reason why the dude hasn't played, bro. So I'm just going.
Yeah,
it is what it is.
I think this one's definitely a lot more hyped up because of his last name. Let's keep it a buck. I think there's a lot of whenever you have any junior or the son of a superstar who played a sport, whether it be LeBron James and Bronny, Brendan Rice and Jerry Rice, Marvin Harrison and Marvin Harrison Jr. When you have these particular players, it's going to be a lot more attention to them to see if they can fill the shoes of what their fathers did. With Shedeur, I think that people felt like he was better than Dylan Gabriel. And I think the reason why they decided to go with Dylan Gabriel is one, because they drafted Dylan Gabriel earlier. But then two, I think the reason that it gets a lot of attention is Kevin Stefanski in conferences or press conferences, doesn't seem like he really is interested in playing Shedeur Sanders or even like Shedeur Sanders. And so that creates a narrative, whether it is true or not true. The media and the world creates a narrative that you're not giving this young man an opportunity because you don't like him and you didn't agree with the GM drafting him. So now people are thinking, like, is it a GM deciding to make a decision to draft him even though the coaches doesn't agree? Or is it a fact that, like you said, Shad, he isn't ready? So it's something to think through. All I'm saying is he picked the perfect team to start against. The Raiders are 2-8. They are not good. Their defense is not good. So I do hope he balls out. We'll see what happens. But I think a lot of people will be watching this game on Sunday, and I will be watching the game on Sunday because, of course, the Panthers aren't playing. So that's going to be one of the games that I'm going to really be paying attention to. Speaking of young people playing or not playing, this is something that happened recently that I want to discuss, and it's going to lead us right into the next thing I want to talk about. Keon Coleman, man. Keon Coleman was a healthy scratch last Sunday, Shad. They did not say exactly what it was for at first, but he was a healthy scratch, not you don't come in on the first drive. They literally said you are not playing at all. The Bills are playing tonight. He's a healthy scratch again. They came out and said the reason, I think he came out and said the reason that he was a healthy scratch on Sunday is because he was late to meetings. There was a lot of chatter before he was drafted around his character or his maturity in terms of how he carries himself and things of that nature. No one can deny his on the field performance at Florida State. But you being a Florida State guy, you saw him at Florida State. This is somebody that we were looking at first, like, hey, does it make sense for the Panthers to pick him? You talked to Smitty about him and everything. What are your thoughts about how this second year for Keon Coleman is going, especially with him having two healthy scratches now?
Bruh, you talk about Florida State, he's giving me Kelvin Benjamin vibes. Like it's very like I'm obviously Kelvin had different issues, but it's just like, bro, like you got that opportunity. You were solid, right? You had everything in front of you.
Yeah.
And it's like you're wasting it because you late to meetings, you're not taking the league seriously. Like that's not cool. And it's unfortunate, especially like folks were waiting for you to fail, right? Like
Yeah.
you had this comedic shtick that you were doing, and it was dope. It was working, bro. Like
Yeah.
you had all the brand deals. Everybody was hitting you up because the character that you had
Yeah.
or were portraying. You know, nobody's saying you're that, but you had a character, and that's all good and well. But you got to show up on Sundays. You got to show up during the week during practices. And if you're not doing that, the league is going to chew you up and spit you right on out. So
Mm-hmm.
it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that he has to go through that, or maybe fortunate. I don't know. Maybe hopefully he takes it serious. I like the kid. I like Keon. I think he's talented enough.
Yeah.
And I like the character he was portraying. I thought he was doing well.
Yeah. He was
Again,
authentic.
I don't know it. Yeah, I don't know enough about his situation and about what's going on. I did hear that he was late to meetings, but I don't know what's going on internally with him
Same.
or in the Bills.
Yeah.
But it's really unfortunate to see that, especially you're young, bro. Like you got to make this money while you can, because you know this only gonna last for so long.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to get it figured out and take it serious to get to your next contract, brother.
Yeah. I think the other thing too, and before we go to the next thing, this right here just shows you how what the NFL tolerates and what it doesn't. If you are a superstar, they will tolerate certain things, i.e., CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens. They played against the Raiders, and they both were they were set out of the first drive because they were late to curfew. They out in Vegas, and they were late to curfew.
Mm-hmm.
They said, and CD came out and said, "Yeah, we're at dinner. We had a few drinks, and it was a rumor out that CeeDee Lamb was throwing up. And he was like, "Man, I know how to hold my liquor. I ain't throw up. This, that, and the third. They out for drinks. They doing all that stuff, right?" The Cowboys were like, first opening drive, you're going to sit out. But Keon Coleman, because you're not producing the way that they want you to produce, you're not that superstar status yet, you do this, and it's a whole healthy scratch. But then also, you're a healthy scratch, and they were considering you a wide receiver 1, wide receiver 2, but then they go against the Bucks, and they beat them. They put up 40. You know what I'm saying? Josh Allen had 6 touchdowns, 3 passing, 3 rushing. They just they showed themselves that they can win without you. And that is not a good thing for a player who is struggling. If you sit out and they show that they can win without you. So I think that he's going to have to really hopefully his agent and whoever's in his corner talks to him and lets him know, hey bro, you don't be a John Moran out here. You better get your stuff together and lock in, because you gotta work your way up to that second contract.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Speaking of people who talked about, Keon Coleman, Steve Smith had some things to say about Keon Coleman before. Did you get a chance to watch this interview? If not, I can give you a quick synopsis.
I saw some clips. Did not watch the entire thing.
Yeah. So here's the thing. Here's one thing I do want to say. This is probably the most transparent interview that I think I've ever seen Steve Smith do. It was really a dope opportunity to understand who Steve Smith is outside of the Carolina Panthers, outside of being a football player. He really talked through about like how he was raised, what he's been through, the struggles that he's seen growing up, and how that made him the person and also the player that he was. The player he was and the person he is now. He talked through seeing his mom being abused, growing up in California. You can only imagine what that was like, especially during his time. Not having food to eat, going from motel to motel, and just having that hunger to understand like football was my way out. And it was his therapy at one point, because he was saying how angry and how upset he was that he took it out on the field. I see my dad in there saying, why now? I think he wanted, I mean, I think we know why now. And it talks about here, he talked about the private matter that happened with him and the young lady from the Ravens. And he basically said, like, look, bro, I don't have to apologize to none of y'all because y'all have nothing to do with this situation. I apologize to people I needed to apologize to, but I thought it was really cool for him to, one, hear how he felt about the Panthers, why he decided to leave, his thoughts on Cam Newton, and the reasons why he decided to either stick around at one point, leave, and how he feels about everything now. But then also just to hear the character and how he is maturing and through therapy really happy with himself. And they also asked him about Keon Coleman, and Ryan Clark was like, hey, you said this about Keon Coleman, that he's not it, and this, that, and the third. He said, I'm going to stick by what I said. I'll stand 10 toes on everything I said. And then, boom, healthy scratch again. So it's just like, it's interesting that all the things that Steve Smith was saying is now coming true with that. But it was just really dope, man. It was a dope interview. It's probably one of my favorite interviews that I've heard from Steve Smith, just to kind of break down who he is. And I think it'd be dope. Like, they talked about him getting into the Hall of Fame, all those different things. Just a really cool, introspective Steve Smith. I know I was a little long-winded, but
yeah,
it was cool to see because, of course, like, you've had the opportunity to interact with him, right? I haven't. So for me to kind of hear these different things, because he's never this vulnerable to say all these different things, and so to hear that, whether I agreed or disagreed with some of the things he said, right? It's just the fact that he was open like that, like, really cool to see the behind the scenes stuff. I know you're not gonna say nothing because I know you.
Say, what you want me to?
I know
what
you're
you
not
want me
gonna
to
say.
say?
I know you. I just want to say it. I know you're not gonna say nothing. I just wanted to kind of talk about it from my perspective.
I'll say this. Because I mean, everybody that knows me knows that Steve Smith Sr. is my favorite Carolina Panther of all time. I've had the honor and the pleasure of interviewing him on 3 different occasions. I consider Steve Smith Sr. a friend, colleague, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
And so I've had some different kind of conversations with Steve. I sat down with him for outside, off-camera conversations, and so I don't want to speak. Like, I'm not going to speak on what he went up there to talk about.
Yeah, fair
enough.
enough.
Because I don't like. I respect him as a friend, colleague, whatever you want to say. And I just don't want to go there. I'm not going to say anything about that, but I will say that the Pivot does an excellent job of getting guys to be vulnerable. Like, they have some of the best interviews.
Yes.
Like, anytime a player goes up on that show, it's always their best interview.
Yes.
Because they're able to. It's captivating. They're able to kind of get behind the scenes and kind of break guys down and have them be more vulnerable. So I do intend to watch it. I haven't had that. I probably watch it on one of my drives. But I think listen, Steve is great. I hope he's well. There's some, obviously got a lot going on, but
he seemed good. He seemed at peace. I thought that was cool to see, man. I think I love the Pivot because they can humanize athletes, and they always say, like, athletes understand what athletes go through, and so they can relate.
Facts.
And they can open up. It becomes a safe space. But I thought it was cool. I just like I said, from my perspective of never meeting Steve and somebody who grew up like, Steve Smith is that guy. It was cool to hear the other side of how he was raised, what he's going through, and how that became the reason why he kept the chip on his shoulder. And another thing he said, and I want to close off this topic and go somewhere else because I got some smoke for somebody. He talked about how he used a great analogy. He was like, the way that I looked at my career was driving in California on the PCH, right? The PCH is a highway in California where sometimes if you got a drop top, you lay the top off, you just ride in the sunset. He said, but I treated my career as if I was in that convertible and I never dropped my top. I was tunnel vision, I was focused, and all those different things. And Ryan Clark was like, wow, man, like, you never really got a chance to reflect during your career to say, like, wow, look what I've done. And he said, no, like, he said, I didn't want to. I don't regret not doing that because it made me who I am, because I always had a chip on my shoulder. And so it's very interesting to hear that from somebody who everyone would say Steve Smith was a dog and how he always wanted to get his get back on people and all those different things. But for him to say like, look, I never sat there and thought, wow, like, dang, man, like I'm really him. Like I've done this, I've done that. I got a Triple Crown, I've got a Pro Bowl, all those different things. Like, no, I'm locked in as if I didn't do enough yet. And so I thought that was really cool to hear his mentality and how he looked at it and was locked in on what he was doing in his career, man. And that's why he's one of the greats. And that's why he is a future Hall of Famer. So it was cool, man. It was cool to see it. It was cool to see it.
So I got a question, Lo. Does that make me phony for not saying that?
No, I didn't think. Good question. No, I don't think you're phony. I think like you're loyal. You're loyal, right?
I am.
You're loyal. So it's not phony. First off, you haven't seen the whole video, so you don't know.
I haven't.
And no, I don't think it's phony. Like even if you watch the video and you have something to say, we can always talk about it another time. But at the end of the day, like you see, I didn't really talk too much about all the stuff that happened with the private matter because that first off, that's none of my business. I have nothing to say around that portion. He talked about it. He said what he had to say. So if you want to see it, go ahead and say it. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and see it. But for me, like I appreciated just hearing his insight. And like I said, everything he said I didn't agree with. But that's just my opinion. I didn't agree with everything he said or his thought process behind it or how he felt about it. But when you see people, you know, I always say I love behind the scenes things. So when you see a player that you looked up to growing up and knew he was such a dog, and to hear that like every dog is created differently. Some people had that dog because they feel underrated or like whatever it may be. His dog was created from a personal standpoint of everything he's been through and how he just basically compartmentalized that into on the field. And so when you hear stuff like that, it's like, dang, now I understand why you were the way you were because all the stuff you've been through. So I think that's why I look at it that way. One thing I want to talk about, actually, I said I want to get into the smoke, but I want to save that. Did you get a chance to see Cam react to Bryce?
I did.
For those who did not see, let's take a look at this real quick.
Let's see what we got.
Here we have a wonderful pistachio powerhouse performer of the month, man. And Cam, this is a fan question, but before we talk about this fan question, we have to highlight this young man, Bryce Young, man. He's been balling. And he is our wonderful pistachio powerhouse performer and just came off a game of a comeback win against the Atlanta Falcons where he completed 31 of 45 passes for 448 yards in this comeback win. Mm-hmm. And so, with that being said, the fan question of the week is, Cam, what's your thoughts on Bryce Young breaking his record and the dab celebration in the locker room?
Hey, this stuff, it means something to me, bro. When I saw that.
Yeah, bro. That almost brought a tear to my bro. I almost cried watching that, bro.
But then, bro, this part right here, then we're gonna get into it. But this part, I saw this
taking
part.
Control and taking command. Oh man, that's beautiful to see.
Yeah, for sure.
But the challenge will be, I will say it again.
This is true.
Play every single opponent as if they were the Atlanta Falcons. And if you do that, you'll be good to go. So when you see those type of performances from him, I also would like to say for Caleb Williams.
Man, where about you?
2 number 1 picks that we've seen enough to see. Okay,
we got some.
We
got some.
We can build off this.
Yeah. Because there's question marks on that.
Big ones, italicized, underlined.
And they started to get answers.
Yeah, and listen, they started to give answers to the questions. Mm-hmm. Can we win? Matter of fact, is he the friend? Yes, he is.
I want to pause right there before we finish. He's just said it. Yes, he is the franchise quarterback. Hearing it from Cam Newton, somebody who he's kept it at 100 the whole time. We'll finish it. Go ahead.
And from one Carolina Panther once was to the current Carolina Panther. I'm proud of you, bro. Keep rocking and rolling.
That means something
If
to
you
me,
would have
bro.
said keep pounding, if you would have said keep pounding right there, I would have
I
cried like a
I
baby.
probably would have cried, bro. I would have cried.
Nah, but
Yo,
that's really dope. It's really dope to see that, and I feel good about it because a lot of what Cam was saying, that's stuff that I was saying on PNP. It's like, bro, like Bryce, you had the run game that was propping you up.
yeah,
But what happens when they stop the run game? Can
yeah.
Bryce win you a game? And he answered that question on Sunday, bro. He balled out. He looked great. Like he looked elite.
Elite.
Bryce Young looked elite out there. And if we can get that, like Cam just said, if we can have him play like he's playing the Atlanta Falcons every week, because he's what 4-1, something like that against the Falcons.
Yeah.
Like he is like bro, we can go somewhere.
Yes.
But again, great job, and it was dope to see the dad. I that came out of nowhere. I don't know if because they was in Atlanta. I don't know if they do that after every dub. I don't know, but that was fire. That was
So
fire.
I saw the press conference today. They asked him about the dab. He said they were playing "Look at My Dab" by the Migos. So like they was playing "Look at My Dab," so that's why he hit it. But I feel like they set it up. Whoever was the DJ, they knew exactly what they were doing. You know what I'm saying? They knew you broke Cam's record. You play "Look at My Dab." Like it just gave 2015 vibes.
Smart.
I love it. And I appreciate how we are peaking at the right time. It's all about like you don't want to peak too early.
Because we just lost to the Saints. I wouldn't call that a peak. We got to see a peak. You got to win. You got to hit a couple more dubs. You beat San Francisco. Then I call it a peak.
No, we're peaking. I feel it, bro. I'm gonna call it out. You know what I'm saying? Like I've held my tongue and be like I don't know. I'm believing, bro. We're up and up. But all right, enough of like the player talk. I want to get into something else real quick, man. This guy right here, Luke Combs, decided he wanted to drop a collab with the Panthers. Have you seen any of the stuff yet?
Saw it. Look mid. I'm
laughing.
Cool.
I'm laughing, bro. I'm laughing. But here's my thought process on it, man. Just last year, bro. This is what Luke said.
It really is, honestly. You know, I saw that picture on the screen and God, those were good days, man. The dab those were good times. You know what I mean? Keekly, those were good times, you know. Feels like a century ago, man. It's tough right now.
What do you think? What do you think, though? How long is this going to happen? We got Canales in there. He did go with Tampa down. Baker. Morgan, he didn't blink his whole press conference. The guy didn't blink one time. Super football guy. This is good news, right, Luke? Here we go. We're back to being optimistic.
I don't know, man. It's like I'm, you know, I obviously don't know Dave at all. You know, I'm sure he's an awesome guy, but I don't get the hype behind hiring the offensive coordinator for the 20th best offense in the league.
Sound like Dave.
So he definitely said Dave did say that, but you do that, and then I got another video too. He talked about Tep too. But here's my thought process, bro. Am I okay with him talking about the Panthers? No, yeah, like he's a fan, just like we are. Just like we are. But here's my biggest thing, bro. Like he talked about Canales, he talked about Dave Tepper, about everything and how this place is so trash, this organization is so trash, all those different things. My biggest thing is before you do a collab and all that, the praise got to be as loud as the criticism. You know what I'm saying? Just like with any other content creator who talks crazy about the Panthers, when they're doing well, they come back and say whether they were right or whether they were wrong. You know what I'm saying? No one's above criticism, right? But at the end of the day, I understand that he's not getting any proceeds around what's going on with the collab. All that's going to Western North Carolina. So he's still trying to do that just like he did with the concert. But at the end of the day, bro, you were talking greasy in front of Pat McAfee. You know what I'm saying? Talking greasy. And my biggest thing is I always say this to like, there's things that I feel about the Panthers that I'll never say on the pod. I have my safe space where I talk about it, but I'm not going to say it out in front because at the end of the day, I'm going to stick beside the Panthers. But the fact that you come out and do all that on national media and now you're using a collab, bro, is just like, we got to have a conversation, bro. Like, can you at least come out and talk about what's going well with the Panthers right now? Because I don't hear anything from him. Also, like you said, bro, the merch ain't all that. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah, it's mid, bro. It's first of all, man. I
It's
don't
not all that.
I don't listen to my man Combs. I don't care, but the collab looks mid.
I got a few Luke Combs in my playlist now.
Bro,
I ain't gonna hold you.
I ain't checking for Luke.
I'm being real.
Man,
Luke Combs ain't bad. Luke Combs ain't bad.
I'm good, bro. I'm good, bro. Like, it's cool. Shout out to him, but
my biggest thing is like, bro, we got J. Cole. We got somebody put in a Steph. Like, there's so many other people that we could do a collab with that'd be fire. Curry just dropped Under Armour. Like, they'd be dope to do Curry is a huge Panthers fan. Why can't we do a collab with some other people in North Carolina, in South Carolina? I mean, granted, he is a huge country superstar, star.
I was gonna say he's relevant. He's the most relevant. Why wouldn't he's not more relevant than Steph? But
right.
Steph is an active NBA player. He ain't. I mean, it's a little different. R-Truth, shout out to Truth. I rock with R-Truth, but that's not.
But nobody's going. Yeah.
Yeah. Same with Cole. Like, we love Cole. It ain't the same. Combs is it right now. If you're really talking about but impact. He's him, bro. Like,
I know, but Cole did something with the Hornets. So
yeah, but Cole is a Hornet. Cole has been around the Hornets before. Like, Cole,
True.
Cole wouldn't
minority owner.
Yeah, he's never represented the Panthers like that. I've never seen Cole talk or reference the Panthers at all. Hornets wise, yes. Yeah. Panthers, no. Combs has been. He is a huge Panthers fan, so it makes sense. It's just mid, like, and I really don't. Like, I don't care. Like, it's salute to him, bro. Like, it's reflective of him.
He is not getting my money on that one, bro. All I'm saying is, bro, the praise got to be as loud as the criticism. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I'm sure he apologized to Tep and them. Tep wasn't, Tep is a prideful man, bro.
For sure.
I'm sure there was some
yeah, but that's private.
Some
that was private.
Yeah. But
if you
obviously
it
was sufficient for him.
I mean, yeah, because money is efficient and it's a good look for him too. Come on, money talks.
It is what it is.
BS walks. You know what I'm saying?
It does.
You know what I'm saying? If you got somebody who's famous, who got so much pull to be able to do something, and now we're doing something for good. Yeah, we can work together on it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you do this concert? Yeah, all the proceeds go. So yeah, it's for a good cause. But my biggest thing is, bro, like, for so many people looking up to you, and you come out and say all that, and now you do that, like, no, bro, come out and say how the Panthers are looking right now. That's all I gotta say about it, bro. Let your praise be as loud as your criticism. That's all I gotta say about it. Last thing, bro. Last thing is it? This is how we're gonna close, bro. Is it time, bro? We've been very, very, very chill, very low key about everything that's going on. Is it time to pull out the Kool-Aid? Can we pull out the Kool-Aid now or no?
I'm not, bro. I mean, I'm like, I got the ingredients, bro. I'm sorry. Like, listen, okay. Here's the thing. Like, for me, it's cautious optimism. Like, I want the Panthers to be great.
Keep talking.
Yeah, you about to make it for real. You got the Kool-Aid. You making it right now.
Yeah, keep talking.
So
Go ahead.
for me, yeah, for me, I'm just like, hey, look, man, it's great that we've won some games. It's great that we beat the Falcons, but I didn't forget that we just caught that fade to the Saints at home.
Hey,
like,
man,
I don't forget about that.
Any given Sunday.
So I need exactly. That's my point. Any given Sunday. So the schedule, the back half of the schedule, is tough. So they got some work to do. You got to go out there. You got to beat the 49ers on the road on a Monday night, prime time, right? That's big. You got to go out there and get that dub. You got to follow that up. Who's after that?
Rams.
You got
That's
Seahawks.
tough, bro. We got the strongest. We got the hardest
it's
schedule
tough.
in the NFL.
It's tough. It's tough, bro.
I'm ready for it, bro.
So
I'm locked in.
down. Like I want to sip the Kool-Aid. And truth be told, bro, I'm gonna be completely transparent, bro. The season. Well, I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna say what I was gonna say. But I'm satisfied.
Yeah.
No, I'm satisfied, bro.
Okay.
I'm legit satisfied with what I'm seeing. Like their coaching, the coaching is solid. The play, just peep game. We not even healthy yet. Like
True.
we ain't even got Robert Hunt
True.
back. We got some missing players on defense.
True.
So like, bro, when we get Hunt back, the run game's gonna look different. Bryce protection gonna look different. So I'll say this: we are heading in the right direction.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that. I still have some concerns about Bryce Young in the long term. I'm not saying Cam said he's a franchise. I'm not there yet. You gotta do that more than one time for me to stamp you as franchise.
Yeah.
If he starts doing that consistently, he's the man, and then we cooking with something. But until then, I gotta see it.
Fair enough. Well, for me, Kool-Aid is about to be poured. And that's just how I'm feeling about it. I'll save some thoughts for later. But last thing, bro, what you been watching lately, man? On the flip, what you been watching lately?
Bro,
I asked Vashti this last week.
Bro, I'm not watching much at all. I gotta watch the Selena. I started watching the Selena doc.
Hey, I heard it was good.
I'm like halfway through. I really wasn't locked. I had it while I was working, but I wasn't really locked in. I watched some crime joint that was kind of mid. But yeah, I'm not really watching a whole lot right now, to be honest with you.
Okay, I've been watching Monster, the Ed Gein. I talked about that.
Oh, I watched that already. It's weird, bro.
Crazy, bro.
It's not like the other ones, bro. That one's too far. They went too far with it, bro.
But is it too? But here's the thing, bro. Here's the thing,
bro.
He is what they call the father of serial killers, right? The father of serial killers. And I said this last time. The fact that he had a mental illness, and the fact that the directors, they basically directed this movie or this show to kind of showcase what it would potentially look like for someone to have a mental illness, and what they think about, what they go through, what kind of thoughts and all that. Like, I thought it was excellent, bro.
It went left. And then what I do is, because I'm weird like this, like I will go up there and I'll watch like YouTube videos associated with that person.
Oh yeah.
A lot of the stuff that was in the documentary wasn't necessarily. Some of it was fabricated.
It wasn't
right?
done like that.
It was glorified, right?
Yes.
Which is cool. I understand putting the sauce on it. But yeah, the director of those joints does a great job. And it sucks saying it's a great job for those type
I get
of
you saying. Yeah.
But like, they do a really good job putting those together. And the best one was the Dahmer joint was crazy.
Yeah, that was crazy. I couldn't finish that one. I was like, what's going on?
Yeah, that one was crazy.
Wild.
But you could finish this one though?
I didn't finish
the game one.
I didn't finish it.
Okay.
I'm like on episode 3 or 4, bro.
Bro, that one, no, it gets really weird, bro. Like, at some point you're gonna check out because it goes super.
Yeah, I'm not even for. I told you, like, I'm not for. I haven't had a chance to like really sit down and watch something. You know what I'm saying? I'm excited for Stranger Things 5. I'm excited for that.
Facts.
I've been dibbling and dabbling in From on it's like it to me, it reminds me like a Walking Dead meets Aliens type of vibe. It's interesting. But yeah, I haven't had the time to like really sit down and watch it.
Yeah, me either, bro. I have not been.
K-pop Demon Hunters. I've heard about that. I haven't seen it yet though.
Bruh, no, and you've heard the song though.
I don't know if maybe I have. I don't know about it, but I like anime. I watch anime, so.
You've heard Golden, then. I'm sure if you turn on the radio at any point in time,
your daughter's into that.
No, they're not. But my niece is, and it's crazy. Yeah, that K-pop Demon Hunter joint is wild. But
yeah, I need to check it out. I haven't seen it yet, but I am excited for Snowfall, the Snowfall spinoff.
Yeah, bro. Like, see, man, I'm not.
You didn't like Snowfall?
I did like it, but they start to go too far, bro. Like it's at some point once you deviate from the original. It's like, man, all right, you watering it down. It's not the same, bro.
I see what you're
Just
saying.
like it's like Power. It's like
Oh
Power.
yeah, true. And it also thinks me one thing me and my brother was talking about the other day is like how so many different movies have like, for instance, Fast and Furious. Like, can you stop at 3? Like, why you have to go?
Yeah,
Like, I enjoy a trilogy. I don't like when you
much.
go to like Fast and Furious 10. Like, it's just like how much
Doing
can you
too
do,
much.
bro? All right.
Doing too much.
Last thing, who you got tonight in a game? Bills.
Who playing the Bills and?
I think it's Bills and Texans. I think it is, right?
Yeah, Bills got it. Cause I don't think Stroud playing, right? So
I don't think so.
yeah, go Bills.
Yeah, I got Bills too, man. Cool. Well, the game's about to start, man. It's been real. Make sure y'all go over, like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Go over PNP, like, comment, subscribe. Also, look at PNP on Monday. Live reaction to the game is up. I may do a little pregame before. I'm gonna get a little playlist, a little Bay Area playlist to get ready for the game. So if you want to hear my thoughts on all the games on Sunday and just to get hype and get ready for this game, come over here to the pregame and then go over to PNP to watch the live reaction. But it's been real. We out of here. We appreciate y'all. Peace.